Hello, I am Joe Neely, and this is my golden hour. I am very excited to be with you and to start a wonderful new habit of enjoying what you can see behind me as I turn the golden hour right before the sun sets. And I'm very excited to devote this time to some of my favorite activities, including yoga, meditation, conversing with you and with anyone who'd like to join me on this adventure. I've invited some friends, but it's a little chilly. I'm not expecting anyone to show up today. But that's the other reason I want you to see this is I'm starting something fresh. I'm starting something new. I'm not waiting until it gets good. I'm not waiting to put it out there, before it gets some momentum behind it. I'm starting it fresh. It's something I've wanted to do for quite a while. And yes, this is community building day one. Nobody shows up. That's the episode. So, what I'm going to do is give you a roughly 10-minute video because YouTube allows roughly 10 minutes. And I will let you see a little bit of my hour, the high points, I suppose. Spending it today with myself, though as this trend and community grows, I will introduce you to the other people involved and make a big old thing out of it. But for today, look at me, look at beautiful Lake Elberta here in lovely Tallahassee, Florida, my temporary home, and I'll be with you again very shortly. Hey there, everybody. It is me, Joe. As you can see from the lovely parkscape behind me, I have moved and I am now meditating. You can see the tucked up foot. I prefer, if you can see it from that camera view, how about this? Yeah, that's better. So, if you can see this, I prefer the one foot tucked up behind the calf, kind of tucked in here behind the knee. They call that the half lotus. The full lotus is like a pretzel and that hurts, and I don't see any need for this to hurt. If I become super flexible someday, perhaps I will attempt that. Anywho, it's really fascinating to be meditating in public. I haven't done this for a little while, though I did do it earlier in the summer here of 2016. By the way, it's 2016. And I spent some time in Asheville that summer meditating outdoors, which was really fascinating, and I learned a lot from that. Because you're meditating outdoors, you simultaneously want to remain in a meditative state and not be distracted by people, and not be completely aloof. At least that's how I try to do it. So I had a couple gentlemen come by on bicycles who made comments. One guy just kind of made a neutral comment. The other guy made a positive comment. And when the positive comment guy gave me the compliment, he said that's the way to do it. I guess meditating by a beautiful lake is the way to do it, so yay. Anyway, what's great about it is I was just able to give him a thumbs up, which I assumed he saw, but I didn't really leave my meditative posture. I didn't turn my head or whatever. With the first guy, I turned my head just to make sure everything was cool. I am in a public park here, and most people are super cool, but I always, like to keep my head on a swivel a bit. Anyway, that's what I'm learning today. I'm going to do some more meditation and then share a meditation tip with y'all. Hey there, I'm back. I enjoyed my very favorite meditation exercise as part of a longer session. My favorite exercise right now and for the last month or two has been to do 10 seconds. Oh, and if you haven't noticed already, I love playing with the backgrounds. and making faces in the camera, so just get used to stuff flashing all around on the screen. That's going to be part of this.
Howdy.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing wonderfully. Where are you coming from?
I rode here. Alrighty then. That last video got cut off because a very nice guy just offered to give me a place to stay for the evening. I turned it down because I genuinely love to sleep in the woods, and I probably feel like I'm imposing on people when I stay with them. But that being said, I just exited a meditation and used my favorite technique. It's the 10-second technique, counting to 10 in your head. I don't use it to stop thinking. I don't start over if I find myself having a thought, because that's what the brain does. It has thoughts. The best thing we can do is to just detach ourselves from judgment. I find I don't feel good or bad if I have a thought or if I don't. And that is much more useful in regular life, to practice a non-judgment meditation. However, I do find that my mind wanders a lot while I meditate. So what I really love to do is count to 10, notice, the thoughts that happen during that time, and kind of do a reset, starting over from 1. It's like, when you're in school and you start the beginning of a new semester. It's like, ooh, maybe I won't have any thoughts this time. Maybe I will become enlightened, blah, blah, blah. It's very fascinating how 10 seconds can really change us. But I'll be back with you in a minute. Thanks. I'm back. I hope you can see the sky. It's really pretty fantastic. Anyway, I'll frame myself a little better for you. I am fascinated at how many people are stopping by to say hello to me. I think that my desire to invite people to come do this with me, to have interesting conversations, to meditate, do yoga, to talk about that and everything else we want to talk about, has maybe attracted some people to me. I have done YouTube videos before, talking about spiritual topics and the like, but I have never experienced so many people coming by while I was either talking on the video or meditating and taking the time to speak with them. I think, man, 2 couples and 3 individual people so far. And this park seems pretty desolate, but everybody is happy to meet me and hear my story, which I'm sure you'll hear more as this progresses. I don't want to go into that story today, though it is fascinating, and I'm sure I'll share it soon enough. What's great is that I'm getting a chance to spend this hour with some people. I just met a couple gentlemen walking their dogs. They were really cool. The guy before that on the bicycle. It's interesting. The guys I just met, one of them was really keen to tell me about his meditation experiences and how he likes to do 20 minutes a day. He asked me what techniques I was doing, and I said that I had just finished a video talking about the 10 seconds. I shouldn't call it 10 seconds, it's really 10 breaths. I count 10 breaths, however long those are. And it's a really nice thing to do when my mind wanders during a meditation session, or just any time during the day I want to calm down. And he said that he thinks that it's okay. The mind wanders. When the mind wanders in meditation, that's what it's supposed to do. That's what it's for. We briefly touched on the concept that fear is something that we have. It's natural. It's something we want to let go of, but it's wired into us and we don't judge it. That goes back to what I was talking about earlier, and which I think will be a theme of this, which is non-judgment. Please, 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 just don't judge anything good or bad. It only makes us feel bad. Doesn't make the thing we're judging or the person we're judging feel bad, as if that would even be a desirable outcome. So, I'm having a wonderful time. It looks like I'm getting pretty close to my 10-minute limit, so let me sign off with you guys now. Thank you for checking out my very first inaugural you can tell how excited I am. Very first golden hour with Joe Neely. And if there aren't any major legal issues with that name, I will continue to use that on YouTube where I post these videos. So, I will hopefully see you, probably from another fun location, different than this one, tomorrow during the golden hour. Just for those of you who don't know, the golden hour is that hour right before sunset. I think I mentioned it at the beginning of the show, but my memory is better served by just telling you twice. As you will learn about me, I have a bit of the ADD and a little bit of the old memory. So if I tell you something twice or not at all, just drop me a comment and ask me about that, or share your meditation techniques. Ask me about my advice for different things. I am not an official meditation teacher, certainly not a yoga teacher, but I love to talk about those things as well as many others. So I'll leave it here. You guys have a wonderful day out there in YouTube land, and I will speak with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.